come down and you're changing, the second leg comes up and you change positions and positions again. Especially comes in handy if you have multiple attackers. Somebody behind you, you can easily switch position or come back again if you had to. One of the best forms of application, when you change elevation, you're now on the low line. The advantage of the harimau movement is that you're staying on the low line, which detracts from his ability to turn left or right on the high line. This gives you the advantage, moving, striking, and operating down at his low line. Again, this is known as harimau. One of the best training drills I found, which was passed down to me from my instructor, Pa Herman Sawanda, was when we were in Indonesia and he was explaining to build the strong tires. What he meant by that is a car can't go anywhere without tires. And the same thing applies to the human body. If you have legs which are insufficient to hold your weight or your movement or your speed, you need to build the strength in those legs to compensate for that additional force necessary. So one of the best drills that you can do is taking your either leg, left or right side, come behind your body as you place the foot, coming down to the ground, putting both cheeks right on the ground. Put your tail down, both feet make contact. Your hands are in front of your body. As you shift your weight up, lightly touch down on the ground with both feet. Same thing applies to the opposite side. Take your foot, come across, sit all the way down on the ground, shift your weight forward, come up lightly off the ground, and put your hands back in front. This strong horse stance, or kuda kuda, is what builds the strength in the leg. So again, when you do the movement, take the leg, turn behind, come down to the ground. When you come up, push forward, and then lightly turn and come down. Executed with the karambit, this is kept in the center of the body. So when the legs move, the blade comes out forward. So again, the legs move, the blade comes out forward. All together, as you come under, down and up, come down and up, keeping the blade and legs strong. There are three basic positions, postures of the karambit in the hand. One of them is retracted, where it's held in close to the body or close into the hand. Again, the finger position can be on the fingers or on the handle. The second one of these positions is extended, in which, again, the thumb can be on the handle or on the finger. The third one is in transition. Sometimes you're moving, and while it's moving, that's another position, in motion, whether it be vertical or horizontal. It's in motion. Okay, so, but basically the three changes are in position are close, retracted, extended, or in motion. Okay, I'm going to ask Ben to come out on the floor. What he's strapped up with here is Lameco training gear. I'm a strong supporter of this. As an excellent training equipment for usage of both edge weapons training and karambit. These are available through Penun Guru Edgar Solite's family, and it's Lameco training gear. Hand protection and forearm protection. When you train with these types of tools, training tools, you should keep in mind that the body, you like your partner, he's your friend, you want to keep the body protected. So I suggest using some type of elbow pad in conjunction with the Lameco training gear, which is a wrist guard and a hand guard. And what we use this for is to practice the basic operation of the karambit. From this position, from the retracted position that we talked about, regardless of whether your thumb's on your finger or the thumb is on your handle, doesn't matter, that's a type of grip. The retraction is the main point. This very first movement we call hacking, where we use the bottom or the edge of the blade. I'm going to change here from battlefield karambit to a smaller version just to give you an idea of how this works. Okay, so this blade, when it makes contact, it's just like you're chopping carrots on a board. You just come down and lightly touch the hand. So this is a hacking motion. So from your position up high, he's going to maintain a stationary posture. You're just going to come straight down onto the hand. So this gives you a reference field range so that you can work with the operation in a very simple movement to get familiar with contact. Okay? If he moves his arm a little bit more this way, he's exposing the forearm. The same thing applies. Even though it's a little closer to his body, you're still going down in a downward motion. The same thing if you end up on the elbow. Okay? Make sure you're hitting on the pad. So these three strike points on the hand, on the forearm, or on the elbow, the movement is the same. You're just coming down, bouncing off. Imagine it as a little trampoline. You hit the trampoline and it bounces back. Strike and return, strike and return, strike and return. Another type of operation is known as slashing, in which case you have the edge of the karambit and you're slashing across. Remember the three hand postures we talked about, either palm up or palm down or vertical. Okay, those three positions can be operated with the slash. Palm up, palm down, vertical. If he changes position to the forearm, the same thing. Palm down, palm up, or vertical slash. And the same thing applies for the elbow. Palm up, palm down, or vertical slash. The third and final method of operation is using the tip, or for thrusting. So it's just like you're punching a bag or hitting a pad of some kind. You just push your fist forward and press the tip into the training equipment. Retract. You can either go vertically or palm down or palm up. If he changes positions, the same exact thing applies. Vertical, palm up, or palm down. The same thing on the elbow. Vertical, palm up, or palm down. The other position was, remember we talked about the extension. The same thing applies. If you are slashing with an extension, palm up, palm down, or vertical. The same thing applies to the hook. You can come in up, you can come in across, or you can come in across with the extended posture. So we've looked at both types of positions, where you're extended, where you're retracted. And there are, remember, three different types. They are hacking, slashing, or thrusting. Starting and ending operational postures. There are 7 starting and ending operational postures with the karambit. The first one is high. The second one, low. The third one, ready. All three of those positions, the blade, the edge, and the tip are forward away from the body. Notice the position of his second hand behind the blade, and the posture of his foot, opposite to the extension of the blade in natural walking position. The remaining 4 postures are on the high open side. Next is the low open side. Next, high closed side. And finally, the low closed side. Understanding the ranges of the karambit. There are basically only 2 ranges when you're engaging operation with a karambit. These are known as long and close. A little bit different from the standard straight edge weapons training, which involves long range, medium range, and close range. The karambit training is only divided into 2 sections, long and close. And here are the reasons why. If Brian extends the blade, I'm going to use his forearm as a reference. My distance from him where we cannot make contact with each other is considered long range. If I take 1 step or he takes 1 step forward, I'm within close range. This is the only other difference. Because from close range, I can extend from close range and be able to reach extreme